Oakland Zoo is home to more than 1,400 animals,
Never a dull day, it's like a soap opera.
with over 135 different species.
This tiger's here, she's here.
We follow a dedicated team inside the zoo.
So without being diagnosed, being brought to a hospital and treated, they would die.
And out into the wilds of New Zealand.
I really love this part of my job.
It's amazing when you rehabilitate and then release back to the wild. That's the outcome we always hope for the animals that come into our care.
Meet colourful characters,
They keep us on our toes. Are you sneaking?
curious creatures,
Hello, my little rascals. I mean, you can't not love them. Listen to that. It's the best noise. You could fall asleep to that.
and those fighting to protect them.
If we hadn't rescued it, they may have been wiped out.
None of us can do our job without the unity of everybody. That's what conservation needs.
Standing proud above the tree line is Auckland Zoo's new state-of-the-art high canopy orangutan and siamang habitat.
Auckland Zoo has brought together some of the really innovative ideas across the zoo world into a single place, and as such has developed a new high canopy that I don't think that there's parallel anywhere else in the world.
It's the first stage in the biggest construction project of the zoo's 100-year history, the mega Southeast Asia Jungle Track. Primates can now roam across 22-metre-high aerial pathways, moving freely across large parts of the zoo. And it's home to 3 orangutans, Juanita, Malua and Charlie. The orangutans spend most of their time outside. Indoors is where training takes place.
Hello, darling. In you come.
It's a space designed to keep the animals and the keepers safe.
Charlie is particularly close to my heart. He's an animal that I've worked very closely with for my whole time at the zoo. I've been his, what we call primary trainer for the last 22 years, so I work one-on-one with him to train new behaviours.
Hi. Now. Oh, lovely.
Charlie is 40 years old, 41 this year. Juanita can be quite intolerant at times, so like a little old lady. She hates birds, she hates flies. You know, she's very set in the things that she doesn't like. Once you earn her trust and her respect, then you've got a friend for life.
Malau's so confident, full of energy, and she's got quite a bit of attitude as well. So at the minute, Malau is pregnant, 7 months now, which is really exciting.
We did the test and we looked at it and I kind of said, oh, it's negative. And then I went, oh my goodness, no, it's actually positive. And we all kind of looked at each other and went, ah!
The primate team train with the orangutans daily. For Malua, this is all about preparing for the birth of her baby.
Here, come in, Malau.
Every pregnancy comes with risk. We've waited for so long for this. It's been 17 years since Malua was last pregnant and last had a baby, and Sarah's done an amazing job training Malua to be able to monitor her closely.
Good girl. Come on, darling. Yes. Yes. So we've been doing breast pump training. So we've been asking for her to present her nipple, so then we can extract milk if needed. Nipple. Goes there. I can't reach it. Yes, good girl. That's a good one. Do you want to do it again? That nipple? Yes, well done. Good girl.
In the very worst case scenario, if we had to assist rear the baby for a short period of time, if we had to intervene, then Malua will still come into the crate, she'll present her nipple and she'll allow the baby to feed from her while we're holding it from the outside.
Yes, good girl.
Bornean orangutans are a critically endangered primate species.
It's really important that we have orangutans at Auckland Zoo because they are a keystone species that really represents the work that we are doing with our wild work and with our conservation fund and our conservation advocacy. I'm incredibly fortunate to work with orangutans in Indonesia, and Auckland Zoo, through our conservation fund, we have supported the Sumatran orangutan conservation program that is putting new populations of orangutans back into the wild, which is so critical to their survival. And we've supported them since 2002, both financially and also work with the staff there, just to share my skills and my knowledge and my experience in how to care for orangutans. They act as an umbrella species, so through protecting orangutans, you're also protecting all the other species that live with them. They're kind of the poster child to talk about the issue of deforestation and how threatened they are and how threatened their habitat is. That's why we're here. We're here to connect people with wildlife.
And so every precaution is being taken to help Malua have a safe birth.
Tommy? We are working on Doppler training so we can keep an eye on the baby's heart rate. Sometimes when we put the gel on it, she likes eating the gel. If there's no gel on it, there's no gel on it. Tommy? Yes, well done.
We did the blood screening. It just showed a bit of anemia, and so that's something that we've had in the back of our minds throughout this pregnancy.
Have your tummy? Where's that baby sitting?
There could be a little bit more risk when she's giving birth. We need to be in the position to provide the very best care if we need to. So we're training for worst case scenario. We have to make sure that we're really well prepared.
Yes, good girl.
Auckland Zoo is home to more than 50 species of ectotherms, including reptiles, fish, invertebrates, and amphibians. Number 1 on the world's list of evolutionarily distinct and globally endangered amphibians is our very own Archie's frog.
There is absolutely no frog on the planet like the Archie's frog. So when we want to celebrate being unique and different in a modern world, Archie's frogs are it.
They previously would have been found all over. The introduction of disease, the introduction of predators, and destruction of habitat has driven them back to these tiny, tiny little pockets. They're not thriving like they once were.
Archie's frogs have barely changed in the last 200 million years, and Auckland Zoo has the world's first and only zoo-bred population to better understand and help save this incredible species.
They're very well camouflaged. Even in this small habitat here, I'm struggling to find them all. And believe it or not, there's 5 frogs in here. I've got one here. There's 2 there. When it comes to captive husbandry, the knowledge is very, very limited. So especially keeping them indoors, no one's done it before.
They don't get the same amount of exposure and love as charismatic megafauna. We're here to stand up for the little guy. We're here to fly the flag for them.
As part of the zoo's work to help save Archie's frogs, they're travelling into the wilds of New Zealand's North Island to conduct annual survey work on a small, managed population. The exact site must be kept secret to protect the species.
Knowing that efforts are being made to restore this species to their previous ranges is massively important.
Auckland Zoo has supported the Archie's Frog Recovery Program for the past 9 years, working with the Department of Conservation and iwi.
The aim of this population is making sure that there's that succession, because if we don't have that, then species like this might fall through the cracks within a year or 2. You know, it just happens very quickly.
Local iwi, Ngāti Rereahu, are helping to protect this ancient taonga.
So when we heard that there was this Archie's frog, we needed to know, well, what's all that about, you know? What do you mean frogs? The only frogs we knew were in the ponds that we used to catch when we were kids. So we asked to take part in the surveys.
E te wairua o ngā tirere nei nau mai, kawea mai, maurea mai, whakaege mai, o wairua ki runga i a tātou nei mo tēnei te mahi.
So we rely on the ecologists, we rely on the scientists that come here to do the surveys, and the only way we're going to learn is to walk alongside those people.
Archie's frogs are nocturnal. That's why all of the monitoring that we do, it's all done during the night.
Going out to the field helps remind me zookeeping isn't a 9-to-5 job. Zookeeping isn't just about looking after animals at one site. What we do is so far-reaching.
Finding anything in the dark's pretty tricky, especially little frogs.
What we do is we've got to make sure we've got our torches on nice and bright, and we walk along really slowly and methodically, and we're looking at the ground before we walk, checking that we're not going to stand on any frogs.
I've worked with lots of frogs around the world, and Archie's frogs just don't behave like a frog. They're hard to see.
Archie's frogs, and actually all New Zealand native frogs, are totally silent. They have no vocalisations. We physically searched on our hands and knees for these frogs.
Here, froggy, froggy, froggy.
Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, absolute stunner.
So once you find the frog, this white peg goes into the ground exactly where you found it. You'll handle the frog, put it into a big bag, peg that to the tree.
The plastic bags prevent disease being transferred and keep the frogs safe and moist.
So this frog here, 30.2.09.
And then we'll do weighing of each frog as well. And thirdly, and this is usually the hardest part, you will be taking a photo of it.
We have a stage with 3 mirrors, and when we place a frog in there, we can get a single photo of it that gives us every side of the animal and gives us all the markings we need to identify it as an individual.
It gets to the point that all the leaves on the floor look like frogs.
Yeah.
And you're just like... So once we finish in the grid, we've got to come back, finish processing all the frogs. We've got to go back into the grid, and we've got to put them back exactly where we found them. We probably will see the sunrise. This has been a unique opportunity to think about where I've come from as a 5-year-old chasing frogs around my garden to being in a forest in New Zealand looking at one of the most endangered frogs in the world. I really feel like I've made it.
Just process the last frog. I should imagine we'll be walking out about 4. Good night's mahi. Yeah, so yeah, no complaints.
It's brilliant. We've seen plenty of frogs, and more important, we've seen really young frogs, and that is a vital sign that the new generations are being produced.
We've actually had a really awesome night. It's been a bumper night for frogs. We've had 47 frogs.
Well done, you've done amazing.
Yeah.
Rare things are beautiful things. A frog, a mahi, the opportunity to be in this beautiful space.
Spending time in the forest with the local iwi was really special for me. I've come here to save the Archie's frog, but none of us can do our job without the unity of everybody. That's what conservation needs.
The fieldwork monitors the health of wild populations and also gathers valuable information for the zoo's breeding program.
We focus so much on loss as conservationists, but these frogs represent what we can gain, and these frogs represent something we can restore. Knowing that we can champion these frogs to make a comeback is a real story of hope.
Back at Auckland Zoo, the primate team have been alerted to an emergency at the orangutan habitat.
I got an urgent radio call. I need you at the ape house now. It's Juanita. I ran the entire way from admin down to the ape house. And when I got there, she was lying in a little nest. She just looked asleep. At that point, we realised that we couldn't really see her breathing. And then immediately just started CPR. The vets arrived and he tried to bring her back, but she was gone.
Although Juanita was the oldest orangutan and received ongoing treatment for a long-term and chronic respiratory disease, the team were not expecting her sudden loss.
It was just a complete shock because this isn't how we imagined that we'd lose her. So we're still in shock. It's going to take quite a long time. It's been very hard for Charlie as well. He's lost a companion of 21 years. You can't look at him and think that he's not grieving because he absolutely is. It just feels the same as if a family member died or a really close friend died, and really unexpectedly as well, so we didn't get time to say goodbye. We didn't know that that was going to be our last day with her. A number of us have worked with her for a very long time. I've worked with her for half my life. It was such a privilege to work with Juanita. There will never be another orangutan like Juanita. Just such a challenge and a joy and a privilege to work with her.
After the shock loss of Juanita, the team must turn their focus back to supporting Malua and the much-anticipated arrival of her baby.
What do you think to this? Do you want a flower? No? Giving birth is a massive thing for anyone, for any individual, and it's quite hard on the body. We've got to be super responsible as well and just be ready.
If she needs intervention or if she's going to need any support in any way, we can do that in a safe way. You know, we hope we just come in the morning and there's a baby and she's had it overnight and we don't have to do anything. That's our role here, is to make sure that we're fully prepared to be able to support Malua for any eventuality.
That's good, go.
The high country aviary in Te Wao Nui, the zoo's New Zealand track, is home to 5 native kea.
They're the only alpine parrot in the world. They're considered one of the most intelligent of all birds. They're just fantastic, and so we really need to protect these guys. Things like the Kea Conservation Trust do a lot of amazing work, and Auckland Zoo actually support them and provide financial assistance. We've got some enrichment today for our kea. They have their special diet, but we just try and present it to them in a different way. Hanging these makes them work a bit harder, use their very high intelligence. It's just a way of keeping them more stimulated throughout the day. I'll probably put a couple up here, try not to fall flat on my face. They keep us on our toes. Sometimes I think they're more intelligent than some people I know. They give us a run for their money. Oh, you sneaking, getting under things they shouldn't, you know, if I'm silly enough to leave something for them. Definitely what you shouldn't do, ever leave things unattended. They are probably my favourite parrot. I've worked with them a very long time and I feel very privileged to. I mean, their intelligence is definitely, you know, one of the things I love, you know, most about them. But that's it. There you go. What a clever girl. Very clever. Good girl, aren't you? Before the 1970s, they weren't protected at all. They need to obviously be eating very high fat food to keep their body bulked up to be able to cope with the mountainous regions. So in the past, there was the occasional occurrence of them doing that with sheep. If a sheep was dead or if it was sick, they might land on it and actually burrow in round its kidneys and that sort of thing. The government, protecting the farming industry, thought they were a pest and then put a bounty on their heads. They actually were paying people to go and shoot them, and they shot about 150,000 of them. And the numbers now, anywhere between 2,000 to 5,000 left in the wild. People in New Zealand don't actually realise just how endangered these birds are. Good girl. No? The most conservation efforts and work that goes into kea is actually predator control. Because they live in such an alpine region, you know, you can't put them off on an offshore island, which we've been able to do with a lot of other New Zealand birds. And it's about making people aware as well. And that's what, you know, predominantly these guys do, is they're advocates for their wild counterparts, which is wonderful. Good. You're getting your fill today, aren't you? We definitely need to make sure that these guys are around for our kids, you know, and their children, yeah.
This morning, the primate team confirm Malua is in labour
No.
There's always such a big risk giving birth. We was just watching her the whole time. She was our priority. And all of a sudden,
Good girl. Good girl.
there was a baby there.
I think its face is clear.
It's moving, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Mouth's
it's
open.
moving. Oh my God, I've got goosebumps. Wow.
Good girl. Yay, good girl.
Good girl. She had a little baby boy. Luckily, we don't need to really intervene. We're just keeping a step back and causing as little disturbance as possible. His eyes are open and alert and he's looking around. He's grabbing onto mum, so a really good sign is seeing that really strong grip on mum. We've also seen the suckling, so he's in the right position.
Just to know that she delivered him safely and she was incredible at the birth. She's really beautiful with him. She strokes his face and she's just talking to him all the time. It's been such an amazing week for us and for her as well. She's really bonded with her baby.
Next time on Wild Heroes. After 3 years without tigers at the zoo, the team stand by to welcome a new big cat.
Yeah, I'm like a little kid at Christmas.
The vets work to save a turtle snared on a fishing line.
This operation could be very hard.
And Charlie finds out three's a crowd.
Maloa doesn't want to barb him. He's left out in the cold. He just wants his companion back.